I never want to imitate anything that anyone else has ever done. I think there's obviously qualities about this character that are going to be similar, but this is my interpretation of the character, and and I'm aware of how much people care about this character in this world. So, I just tried to do what I thought was most truthful.
A little daunting as well. I definitely felt like there was a responsibility to the fans and anyone that's watched this show before, and it definitely wasn't lost on me that people cared about this world so much and these characters, and I think it just motivated me to make sure that I understood where this character was at coming into my journey and where he'd been and what his motivation was moving forward.
Liam Hemsworth didn't just stumble into backlash. He sparked it the moment he blamed The Witcher for flop on the fans who kept the franchise alive. The leak spread fast, and the outrage hit harder than anything Netflix expected. Within hours, Liam wasn't facing criticism. He was facing an audience that felt betrayed. Disappointment over the recast instantly shifted into something personal. Fans felt targeted, and the mood online flipped from uneasy to furious. The trailer had already shaken trust, but Liam's comments turned that tension into a wave determined to push back. Clips and edits blasted across social media, dragging his quote into every thread. Comment sections filled with viewers saying he crossed a line blaming them instead of acknowledging the obvious problems. The anger climbed fast, turning Liam into the center of a storm he created. Hollywood watched as the narrative flipped. Executives stopped debating the recast and started discussing the moment Liam lost the audience. His reputation didn't break from the trailer. It broke the second he chose to blame the fans when the collapse finally hit.
And I guess bringing in a new White Wolf at this point in the season, a bold move and a tall order for Liam.
And of course, he wanted to honor the character that had already been set up because he knows that he's stepping into a role. But at the same time, he wanted to make sure that his performance was authentic, that it felt like him, that he wasn't playing and mimicking anything. And so
is season 4 for The Witcher. Not looking good so far when it comes to the reviews. When it comes to the critics, right now they're at 55%. But when it comes to the fans, 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Netflix entered the year under pressure with subscriber losses already rising. But once Liam's blame comments leaked, the decline accelerated. Fans who felt insulted connected their frustration directly to the platform, and cancellations grew louder. What was a slow slide now looked tied to Liam's attitude. Analysts spotted the timing instantly. Subscriber charts dipped harder right as outrage spiked, and The Witcher 4 rollout, meant to stabilize things, only magnified the gap between Netflix and its audience. The backlash didn't fade. It grew at the worst possible moment for the company. Studios watching from the sidelines saw a warning. A lead actor blaming fans during a crisis made Netflix look unsteady, and brands quietly stepped back. Liam's name became linked to a narrative of bad decisions and fading trust. His comment didn't just upset viewers, it exposed deeper cracks. By the time Netflix pushed new promotional clips, the shift was done. Fans pointed to Liam's remark as the moment frustration became rejection. Hollywood understood what that meant. Liam wasn't only part of the fallout, he became the face of a platform losing its grip on its audience.
Can I ask you guys something? Are you excited for Witcher Season 4?
Isn't it out right now on Netflix?
Just coming out, and the reviews have started to drop. So
because I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, and bear in mind, given the backlash, I would expect a little bit of review bombing. So people who haven't seen it but who hate the concept. Oh no, you're behind, Drinker.
It's down to, is it changed?
It's down to 17.
Millions of people are canceling their Netflix subscriptions. Why Netflix stock is absolutely tanking right now. I mean, it is just collapsing totally in the red. And you can see that it is on a massive downward slope this month. It's cratering. Why is that happening?
The petition to bring back Henry Cavill was already active, but once Liam blamed fans, it exploded. What had been a steady rise turned into a surge, with thousands signing every hour. Viewers felt targeted, and the petition became their way to push back. It shifted from protest to mission. Social platforms filled with fans urging each other to sign after hearing Liam's comment. The outrage boosted momentum, and meme pages turned the petition into a trend across multiple countries. What started as frustration evolved into coordinated retaliation. Media outlets connected the sudden spike directly to Liam's leaked remark. Articles highlighted how one comment reignited a backlash Netflix hoped had cooled. The numbers doubled fast, showing fans weren't just upset, they were united. Hollywood saw the movement as a warning. Fan revolts at this scale signal instability studios refuse to risk. With each new signature, Liam looked more like the center of a crisis no company wanted to inherit. The trailer was already struggling, but after Liam's blame leak, the mockery intensified. Fans re-uploaded the footage, adding captions that pulled his comment into every scene. Reaction channels amplified it, turning the trailer into a running joke. Liam's attitude became part of the ridicule. Side-by-side edits comparing Henry and Liam returned even harsher. Creators paired Liam's quote with shots fans disliked, making the contrast more brutal. Public perception shifted fast. It wasn't about performance anymore, it was about disrespect. Comment sections filled with viewers saying Liam turned on the fandom, and the dislike ratio spiked again. Media called it one of the worst trailer debuts of the year. Every repost made the situation more embarrassing. Industry insiders noted the severity of the mockery. Trailer criticism is normal, trailer humiliation is not. Once fans start laughing at the lead actor, the investment becomes too risky. Liam's comment gave them a reason to drag every frame. After Liam's blame comment spread, fans expected Netflix to respond. Instead, the silence dragged on, making viewers feel ignored or indirectly blamed. Every day without a statement fueled more resentment and strengthened the belief that the studio didn't want to confront the damage. Leaks described internal debates about how to handle the fallout. Marketing teams were split, and employees quietly liking anti-Liam posts hinted at deeper tension. The silence wasn't strategy, it was disarray spilling into public view. Hollywood saw the hesitation as a red flag. When a studio won't defend its lead during a backlash, it signals doubt. Executives began speculating that Netflix didn't trust Liam to avoid future controversies. His remark didn't just upset fans, it exposed weak confidence. By the time Netflix pushed fresh promo clips, the narrative had already hardened. Fans viewed the silence as confirmation Liam was on his own. Hollywood interpreted that shift clearly. Liam's position inside the franchise now looked fragile. Behind the scenes, Liam struggled with the non-stop backlash. He read negative comments obsessively and watched reaction videos mocking his voice and look. The pressure built fast until frustration spilled into the remark that changed everything. His fans ruined the show moment didn't come from confidence. It came from breaking. His PR team tried to contain the fallout, but creators refused to help. Anyone defending him risked instant hate, and most didn't want that heat. The refusal isolated Liam further, making him feel cornered, while the backlash grew louder. Every hour added more fuel. Canceling interviews became his only escape, but stepping back only reinforced the belief that he couldn't handle criticism. Fans took his silence as proof he wanted to hide from the chaos he helped create. Hollywood saw it as instability from a lead actor expected to carry a franchise. Friends said Liam feared this mess would overshadow every project that followed. Instead of rising with the Witcher role, he felt himself sinking under it. His breakdown didn't stay private. It shaped how the industry viewed him moving forward. Netflix scrambled the moment Liam's comments went viral. Executives ordered quick edits, new color passes, and even debated subtle voice adjustments to soften his delivery. These fixes weren't upgrades. They were attempts to redirect attention away from his outburst. The panic was obvious. A behind-the-scenes featurette dropped next, trying to present Liam as kinder and more committed. Instead, it came across as damage control. Fans recognized the shift instantly and called out Netflix for trying to repair his image instead of addressing the controversy directly. Industry insiders pointed out that a confident studio wouldn't make last-minute changes like these. Emergency patches signaled fear, not strategy. Hollywood saw Netflix scrambling to protect a lead they no longer trusted to hold the franchise together. By the time these tweaks reached viewers, the narrative was locked. The audience didn't believe the PR push, and insiders didn't trust the production. Liam's blame scandal made every fix look like desperation in motion. Studios across Hollywood watched the chaos with caution. Once Liam blamed the audience, his name became a warning label for any franchise tied to passionate fans. Producers worried hiring him meant inheriting backlash that could sabotage marketing from day one. His involvement now carried risk. Casting lists were quietly reevaluated. Executives flagged Liam as someone who could spark fan hostility before a project even launched. Marketing teams wanted stability, not a controversy magnet, and Liam's outburst made him look unpredictable. The confidence he once had in the industry faded quickly. Brand partnerships backed away too. Companies didn't want their image linked to a narrative dominated by fan anger. Liam's appeal shifted from recognizable star to potential liability. His link to the Witcher disaster became impossible to separate from his future opportunities. Hollywood called it the Witcher effect, the ripple impact of a single comment turning into industry-wide caution. Liam didn't just trigger backlash, he turned himself into a case study of how fast fan trust collapses when a star attacks the audience. Rumors of Henry Cavill's return were already floating around, but once Liam blamed the fans, those rumors exploded. Concept art, supposed leaks, and multiverse theories spread fast, as viewers demanded a version of the show without Liam at all. The timing made the shift unmistakable. Fans wanted Henry back because Liam pushed them away. Engagement skyrocketed the moment Henry's name reappeared. Posts about him outperformed Witcher 4 promo by a massive margin, and every discussion tied Liam's comment to the renewed push for a recast. To fans, Henry represented respect, while Liam represented blame. The contrast became a rallying point. Even unverified leaks gained traction because the audience preferred any scenario where Liam wasn't the lead. Threads celebrating Henry's rumored return showed how far fans had moved from giving Liam a chance. Once an actor loses that loyalty, studios notice fast. Hollywood took the trend as a signal. If rumors of Henry's comeback generated more excitement than the actual season, then Liam's credibility was in serious danger. Fans weren't waiting for the show, they were waiting for his replacement. Liam reportedly sought reassurance from Netflix after the backlash intensified, but insiders claimed the studio stayed silent, leaving him unsure if he still had long-term security in the franchise. That silence said everything. If Netflix wouldn't defend him publicly or privately, his position was weaker than anyone expected. Casting directors reacted fast. His name was quietly removed from shortlists as producers didn't want a star who could trigger fan hostility. Projects needing audience goodwill avoided him entirely. The risk wasn't worth the backlash his comment created. Meetings were postponed and offers faded. Liam's presence created hesitation, not momentum, and that shift spread through the industry quickly. Hollywood doesn't announce blacklists. It simply stops inviting someone to the table. By the time talk focused almost entirely on Henry Cavill again, Liam felt pushed aside. His comment didn't just anger fans, it changed how the entire industry evaluated him. Liam entered The Witcher hoping to rebuild his image. Instead, a single remark turned a shaky recast into a full-scale revolt. Fans who were already cautious felt attacked, and the reaction grew far beyond the trailer backlash. The petition, the edits, the memes, it all narrowed on him. Henry Cavill's legacy made the situation even harder. The moment Henry's name resurfaced, the audience shifted their loyalty back without hesitation. Studios watching this saw the reality clearly. Fans trusted Henry. They rejected Liam. Now Liam stands at a crossroads. Some think he can recover with time. Others believe his comment permanently reshaped how audiences see him. One role doesn't always define a career, but one moment can. As the release approaches, one question remains. Did Liam's own words end his leading man chapter, or can he find a way back from a mistake that fans refuse to forget?